So I really thought about doing this as something that was pre-written, and I have something really good written down, but I don't believe that this subject is really best to be approached with a speech that's well written. I think this is something that should more come from the heart, and it really does come from my heart. Sorry about the lighting and everything. I'm on my way to the gas station, pick up some smokes. But we're going to tackle the subject of deadbeat parents and the mindsets that these people are in and what they're actually doing to their children. Now, for you deadbeats out there, I know that you come in a couple different camps. Some of you probably feel like it's best for your children that you leave and they don't see you anymore because you're selfish and you're doing whatever you do. And then there's the other camp that's just selfish and doing whatever they do, and they don't really care at all about their kids. I don't think that anybody who falls outside of these camps and is trying is a deadbeat. Drugs can have a lot to do with it. Bad mindsets can have a lot to do with it. But let's get into the part that really matters, the part with meat. You're hurting your kids. You're hurting your kids terribly. Number one, when the split happens, your kids are hoping that you're going to get back together with the other parent. Okay? And they're constantly pestering this other parent about why you're broken up. Okay, the home fixture is broken now, and they've only got one parent they can rely on. When these kids go to school, they get picked on, man. They get picked on bad. I mean, any little thing, you're going to hear, that's why your mom left you. That's why your dad left you. And the ridicule is so diminishing. It's so destroying and over-encompassing. And as the kids get older, this creates resentment. It creates a lack of trust. When you get into a household with multiple children, and multiple children are dealing with this, the impacts are significantly different from oldest to youngest. I've witnessed in my own several different layers to this. So the oldest feels like it's their responsibility to take care of the youngest in the household. They end up growing up way too fast. They lose their childhood because they're pulling the weight that you won't. Another thing is the female role model or the male role model. That image is distorted. It's wrong. And there's no way that they can ever trust another role model again, because the deadbeat is no longer taking interest in their life. This hardens them. This makes them less trusting towards other relationships. Not just adult-child relationships, but all relationships. Because the person they should trust the most has abandoned them. Now, getting into the younger people, the super younger people, this normalizes to them not having the other role model, whether it's male or female, not having the other partner in the household. This manifests into looking for role models to replace that person. And this can be quite dangerous. They'll turn to TV, they'll turn to music, they'll turn to neighbors, teachers. Now, sometimes this works out. Sometimes this can be a good thing. But often is the case, they latch on to ideas in people that are sensational. And this is very bad for a developing mind because they end up replicating the sensationalism. And they get a distorted view of the world. All because, nah, don't do that. Sorry, got a dog chasing me. Where was I? They start looking at different examples that are sensational and getting the idea that that's how to be. And the most trustworthy person is the parent that's missing. Should be the parent that's missing. That should be the person who's most responsible. And now, I don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but while you're out gallivanting, having your fun, living your best life without your kids and leaving your former partner to pick up all the pieces, they're wondering why you don't send them birthday cards. They're wondering why you can't call on Christmas. They're wondering why you won't visit. I'd love to tell you it'll never be too late, but eventually it will. They're gonna grow up hating you. And you're actually gonna make them grow up viewing the world through adult lenses. And you're robbing them of their finest years. The years when we don't realize how ugly this world is. You're the parent. You always have time. You should always have time. You can't tell me that you're doing your drugs or going to your gangbangs or going to your strip clubs or shooting up your heroin and fucking playing PlayStation 10 that you never think of them. They didn't even have a choice in being created, bro. You made them. Have some personal responsibility. Have some accountability. Show some compassion to your kids. I don't care if your partner is the most vile, disgusting human being on the planet and the judge was stacked against you and everybody just decided it was pick on you day when custody was granted over to that other person. You know what? Your kid is what's the most important. That's what you should always be focused on, man. If we want to put the world back together, we got to start with our kids. And we got to start by recognizing their value and their importance. These are the future. These are the doctors that are going to be taking care of us. These are the judges that are going to be dismissing our unjust cases. This is the future. You have to nurture it. Birds don't just lay eggs and leave them out on the ground. They put it in the nest and they take care of it. They make sure that it's able to hatch. You got to prepare your kids for the world. And one of the biggest ways to do that is through compassion and love and dedication. Man, this place is already messed up enough. We don't need more kids growing up with chips on their shoulder and a lack of trust. We need more kids growing up thinking about what's important, understanding the foundation of family, understanding the principles of what makes a good, strong man or a good, strong woman. Honesty, integrity, dedication, devotion, hard work. This is what we should be instilling in our kids. So if you're out there and you're having fun and you ain't seen little Timmy in 5 fucking years, pick up the goddamn phone and call his mom. Tell him you still care. We only got so long on this earth. And there's only so many vices. But those kids are the damn future. All those vices are doing is letting you spin your wheels and letting them grow a chip of hate on their shoulder for the lack of compassion that you show. Time to shit and get off the pot, brother. Go look at your kids. Go take care of them. Take interest in them. Love them.